Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome. How is everyone doing? Yeah, we've taken a couple of trades today. Let's see who's here. Bo, welcome. Drop a comment if you've just joined, guys. Let's get this underway. Let's get the US session going, should I say. Just about to sit down ready for the session right now. Good to see everyone here. Cheers for the likes, guys. Thanks for tuning in, as always. It's good to see everyone here. Yeah, let's see who's here, guys. See if we can catch something. Charlie, welcome, bro. Welcome. Paul's here. Caught my first W today on gold. Good stuff. What did you take, Paul? What entry did you take? I've taken 2 trades, 2 wins today. Yeah, I'm up on these accounts. Let me just sort the privacy mode out on these. Just so I don't show the account details. But yeah, I haven't. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm up about $120 on these accounts in total. I got hit break even on an NQ trade. I took an NQ trade today. Here. I took an NQ trade here. I took about $80 off the table on one account. And then the rest hit break even. So it should have been like a 200 win, but break even got me. But it is what it is. We move on to the next ones. So yeah, about $120 up across 4 accounts. I've got 4 linked accounts here. So in total, it's 4 times 120. So you're looking at like $500 for the day, which isn't too bad. Let's have a look at news today, guys. News today, we've got some unemployment claims at 1:30 in 30 minutes. So, like I say, we'll see what happens coming into that news. You know, you've got news in about, what, 25, 30 minutes? So, let's see. We're in no... Like I say, I've taken 2 trades today. Could something potentially set up before or after news? Definitely, most probably, but we'll see. If it's there, I'll execute it. All right. But yeah, it's been a busy London session. I'm up around $500 so far today. Yeah. High open trade on gold right now? No, bro. If it's not valid, I'm not gonna take a trade. Or do you mean you? Also got a great W this morning on gold today. Nice, Charlie. What did you take, bro? What did you take? Only on a demo. What trade? Was it long from down here? I wanted longs here on gold, but I had to look for it up here. I personally took only Nasdaq trades today. And then I've taken a Nasdaq trade, and then I took this long here on gold just now. Coming into the US. What I mean is I've only taken Nasdaq trades in London coming into the US session. I just took a little 25 ticks there for about $40, well, $200 profit across them 4 accounts. Hey Dan, how's it going, mate? Welcome, man, welcome. Same. Yo, Ashton, how's it going, man? Welcome. Yeah, I'll start breaking gold down in a second, guys. I need to wait for a break above now, but I'll break it down in... Give it 3 or 4 minutes, guys. We'll get some conversations going, and then we'll start breaking down. Nothing's gonna set up for the next 10 minutes anyway. $105 win, DK, nice, man. David, good stuff there, bro. Oh, Campus, what trade are you in? What trade are you in? I'm liking these continuation buys. I'm liking continuation buys on gold. But we'll break it down in a second, guys. Bear with me. I've taken 2 myself, bro. I can't thank you enough, bro, for yesterday. Might not seem so good. It was fire. Appreciate it, Ashton. Like I say, that's what you get with the community. You know, that's why having mentorship is super important. And I wouldn't be where I am now without, you know, different mentors down the line. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody comes and gets to where they are on their own. People watch things. Like, yeah, you might not have a mentor, but you're still watching other people do stuff and picking stuff up. You can't say that you got to a certain place on your own. Even me, I didn't. You know, I've watched people, many different people, traders in the 7 years I've been trading, you know, up 10, 15 people, different people. But that's what it literally is about, you know. It's about having someone there to say, okay, no, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. Oh, exactly that long, Charlie. Nice. Yeah, this was clean. This was a clean long. I actually wanted that long on the hourly. Because if you look here, look what happened. Price held this support. Look, held this support, closed bullish. Look at that. I wanted long on this candle for a half risk entry, but it just pushed straight up. I can't enter longs when it just pushes straight up. Like I say, Charlie, I don't know your full strategy. I don't know if you took entry. Take entry is different to me, but I can't take it because it just instantly pushed up without giving me a wick. So it is what it is. I caught a couple more after that, which is fine. Help me so much. It's mad good, Ashton. Whole makes sense. Yeah, nice. Nice. Good stuff. Short to the fair value gap. Yeah, all right. The only reason why shorts might happen here is because we've taken this liquidity. Look, we've taken liquidity here. These highs have been taken by these highs have been taken by these candles here. You could see a little drop to the downside, but what I would expect on gold is a little pullback into some structure to then continue higher potentially. But I am looking for longs if we do start breaking back above. So I'm going to start breaking gold down now. So what I'm seeing coming into the US session, guys, is I'm looking for breaks back above this structure here now. You can see, look, if we just look to the left, resistance, a little bit of support here too. Okay, so for me now, it will be back above here. Back above here, I'll be looking for them longs higher. All right. If we close back above there, there's still targets. We've still got all these highs to take out here, look. So that's what I'm going to be looking to target on gold. I'm going to be looking to take out those highs if we do start closing above. But I'd need to get back above this level for now, because we've failed 3 or 4 times. You know, we've failed 3 or 4 times at this level already. So if we can get back above there on closures, I personally wouldn't be looking to short here. I personally wouldn't be looking to short here because look at the big push we've had. You know, don't get it twisted with gold. Don't think that you've had a big push, you need to reverse. Like, imagine if you said that here. You know, imagine if you said that here. Well, look, kept pushing down. Never think that gold's just going to reverse. I've seen gold just continue pushing for 3 straight days. Even now, you might think, oh, I'm going to start looking for sells here. No, you're very bullish. Just wait for some closes below before I'm going to start looking for any sells. All right, and that's all I'm going to be doing here. Back above there, I'm going to be looking for buys. For sells, I'm not even going to be interested in sells. You know, probably this range here for sells below for now. We've had a big push up. I'm just going to carry on buying gold. Made $76 on NAS this morning. Insane. Good stuff, Nancy. Joe's probably the best mentor I've ever had. I appreciate that. Nice one. I do. I really appreciate that. Good feedback. Thank you, guys. You was in on the 15-minute time frame. Okay. Nice. Yeah, the 15 was clean as well. The 15 rejected the level, closed bullish. It was still a nice long here, man. Whatever time frame you was on down here, it was good. I would have taken the trade. Like I say, I would have taken that trade if it gave me the entry, but it just didn't give me the entry. Yo, Zulu, how's it going? Welcome, man. Welcome. Welcome, bro. Yeah, you need to have a mentor. Just ask. Definitely. DND. Yeah, Ashton, 100%, man. 100%. Like I say, it's one of them. A lot of people just want to do it on their own, and yeah, it's going to take you a lot longer to understand trading. Like, having a mentor and having someone who's been through all the ups and downs, you might think, oh, I'm spending money, but you're gonna spend that money on making mistakes anyway. You know, if you do it on your own, you're gonna make so many mistakes, and you know you're gonna waste so much money that you should have just put into mentorship in the first place. It just makes sense to. I did it. Like I did mentorship for like I was in and out of different communities for like 3 years. Any big news today? Yeah, I've just gone over the news. Actually, we've got news in about 20 minutes. We've got unemployment claims. Big news, to be honest, guys. This is not news to be risking capital with. This is not news to be, oh, I'm just gonna try a small risk long. It's really not the type of news to be doing that. You know, if it was just this orange US news, I wouldn't be bothered at all. But you know, in 20 minutes we've got some red USD news, which I'm not going to be looking to trading around. Like I say, I'll give it another 10 minutes. I'll give it another 10 minutes. But yeah, anybody going short at this level, guys, you know, they've still got liquidity above here to take. So best thing to do is just wait for this 15 to close. 15 closes strong, I'll be looking for longs. Simple as that. If this 15 closes long here, this 15 closes bullish, I'd expect the next 15 to continue the momentum up and take all the retail out. Because, like I say, what happens at this level, you've got a lot of people going short, stops above. You know, if this closes bullish above this level, I'd expect it to carry on pushing into these highs. Great mentor, Joe, bro, and only going to get better, mate, as I'm not sure, but probably fairly new to mentorship. Yeah, I've been a mentor for about a year now. I've had my Discord community for about just over a year. Like I say, my mentorship started with just one-to-ones. One-to-ones, and then after a few months of doing one-to-ones, I started a community. Yeah. Started putting out like a course, started putting out, you know, doing webinars, full course, got chats and stuff, it's good, Zoom calls. Yeah, but I started my mentorship kind of like one-to-one, one-on-one only, with a select few people, and then I started with a mentorship like community. But you need to realize, guys, before, like, you won't, like with me, before I started a mentorship or any sort of group, I was trading for like 6 years. I was trading for 6 years before I started a mentorship. Like, I don't care. All these mentors you see nowadays, they're starting communities after like 6 months, 1 year. And it's just not enough time to be mentoring people after a year in the market. It's just crazy to me. You're seeing these, you know, ex-influencers or people who started trading 6 months ago start mentoring people, and they haven't got the knowledge, they haven't got the experience of different market cycles to actually understand what's happening. You know, trying to mentor people after a year, and then they start seeing high volume, and then they start taking losses. They don't understand why. Like, for me, I know, like, I've been through these market conditions plenty of times. Like, it's more volatile now. It's a little bit more choppy. I understand what we need to wait for. I can give people the knowledge of what we need to wait for. I can give people the knowledge of, oh, it will get better, because I know it will. You know? Like even now, we're still consistent. I'm still consistent making monthly gains, but has it been a little bit more tricky? Yeah, I'd say so. But I know that just understand, everybody, just understand that markets have cycles, and within like there's like 12 months in the year, of course, okay? Understand that you're not going to have perfect price action for 12 months. You're going to have, you know, 3 months of great price action where you milk the markets, and you're going to have one month or 1 or 2 months where it's a bit choppy and higher volatility. You just got to accept that. And then after that, after you've got through that 2 months, then you'll get another 3 or 4 months of good price action. and no problems. Just understand when it's choppy and de-risk. See, look at that. What did I say before? What did I say before? I said anybody who's going short at this level, this white level, with their stops above here, like so, thinking that price is going to continue down. What's happened? They're getting squeezed out because this is just a retail level where a lot of retail traders are looking to short at. You know, they're seeing these red candles and they think, oh, short, short, short. We understand that this is just a basic level of retail. We just understand this is a basic level where a lot of retail traders are selling from with their stops up here. What do we do? Well, we understand that we understand that they're in a loss and their liquidity is sat up here. Well, I'm going long on the closure of this green candle into that stop. So I'm profiting, they're taking a loss. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Yeah, because they're not even profitable. They make money from the calls. 100%, mate. I prove monthly. I prove, like, just look at the last 6 months. I prove monthly that payouts for me are just like a monthly thing. Yeah, obviously 1 or 2 months in the year, it's going to be like a break even or a dry spell, or I blow a couple of accounts. That's trading. That's normal. But, just go, you can have a look back, guys. Just look back at the results of the payouts and stuff from month to month. You'll see. What pairs will affect news? Gold, of course. Like I say, look at gold having that squeeze. Just as I mentioned, based on that bullish thing, you've hit 50 ticks, guys. You've hit 50 ticks. Uh, 2024, yeah, 2024 was clean. 2024, like I said, do you know the funny thing is, it's the only difference right now to like 6 months ago is just you got to stay more patient because it's a lot more of a choppy and volatile market. You just got to wait for your trades more. Like, I'd say 6 months ago, I was taking 10 to 15 trades a week. Now I'm taking maybe 8 to 10. Okay? Nothing's changed. I'm still trading the plan. I'm still trading the strategy, but I'm having to let a few more trades go because they're doing exactly this, look. What are these trades doing now? Because it's more volatile, they're not giving me any wicks to enter off. And I understand that, and I'm not chasing the market. I'm just letting it come to me still, and I'm just taking less trades, but I'm still profitable. Like, look at the last 2 to 3 months. It's been payouts on payouts, and I've not changed anything. I'm still getting payouts like I did 6 months ago, but I'm just being more patient because I understand that it's more volatile, and we're getting less wicks to enter off. I'm not getting peeved off. I'm not getting annoyed that I'm not taking more entries. I just know that this isn't a setup for me because it hasn't given me a bottom wick and flip. I'm just executing. Okay. Where is the price going now? Into exactly where I said. Into this level and into this liquidity. And TP would have been smashed there, guys. I don't know if anybody did catch it. I know community members probably didn't because we would have been waiting for the bottom wick and flip. But just based off that analysis that I gave you, look at that. There's your entry. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there. 50, 60 ticks there. If you was in here. QP, how's it going, mate? Welcome. Welcome. How to break off break-even stage. If you're at the break-even stage, guys, to be honest with you, I'd say being at the break-even stage is a tricky area. One thing that you need to do is make sure you journal in your positions, because journaling and reviewing your positions will help you break out of that. That's 100% what I'd say. Just journal your positions. If you are journaling, do something with the journal. Don't just journal and do nothing with it. Look through it, back test it, forward test it. Okay, ask questions. If you've got a mentor, send him the journal. If he's not looking at your journal, he's not even a mentor. Okay, get out of it. Like I said, I don't know what mentor people have got, but if you have got a mentor, send him your journal. And if he doesn't want to review it, get out. But yeah, that would have been that's a beautiful entry. That 15-minute impulse there, just based off that closure. Trading. And there you go. That is very, very clean entry there. That's just an impulse entry based off the knowledge that we know where most retail are going short. We got that closure above, and I'm just longing into them stop losses up there. And yeah, we've made profit, or I've made profit, and you know, they've taken a big loss. Just understanding where most people are entering and where most people's stop losses are. I'm taking profit and they're losing. Where would be the entry on the recent 15 candle? I could not see an entry, so I'll have to use the 5-minute time frame. The grey box would just be my TP. This area, this grey box, is a nice take profit area. You can see. If that give me a bottom wick, I'd be all over this entry. Look, you've got a level, resistance, support, resistance. This is a good level to be taking profit. I'd literally be probably taking full TP there at 50 ticks. I wouldn't even be going break even. It's crazy that it's 50% chance it goes my favour and it always does the opposite. Starlight, that's probably just a strategy you're trading, mate. Like, I know someone in the live said that they've just taken a short here, and I literally just broke this down that we're very likely to come and run into there if we close above here. And yeah, it's actually played out. Just understanding where most liquidity is sitting and trap traders, you're going to be fine. Yeah, chat is delayed, you know, bro. Message, yeah, it is. I think it's 30 seconds delayed. I think it's only like 30 seconds delayed. Journal and backtest is the best thing I've done. Definitely. Same for me. I don't really backtest anymore, but I do journal my take and trades. You know, I'm not as on it as much as I used to be. Yeah, I'm not as on it as I used to be with journaling and stuff, but I still do like screenshot my trades and stuff just to see. At the end of the month, I'll have a look through them. A certain size? No, not really. I just need to give... Basically, I don't look at it in terms of how big the bottom wick is. I look at it in terms of how long it's taken for it to form. Like, if it's like 10 seconds and it's pushing down like this, I won't enter. I need to give it like a minute or two. Once it's been a minute or two and it's created a bottom wick, then I'll put it in. It's not more of how big it is. Because you can get a 20-tick bottom wick in 10 seconds... and then you can still get flipped in and faked out. Like, I like to give it a little bit of time just so it understands what it wants to do initially. And then I just take the opposite side. Ashton, for me, I'd rather take a trade. I'd rather take a trade with a bottom wick. I'm not taking a trade just like this. I need a wick to enter off. 30 minute. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, 30's looking clean. Let's see how the 30 closes. If I wanted 30 longs, it'd have to be above here. I'd need a closure above here for 30 longs, because if 30 closes above this level, I'd be looking to long into this high. So that is what I'd be looking for. H1 bearish? Nah, this H1's bullish, man. Right, yeah, I'd say the overall trend's bearish, but what we're seeing currently is bullish. I'd say trend on the H1 bearish for now, but overall, the recent price action's bullish. I wouldn't be looking to sell against this. No, I won't be looking to sell against this. I'd probably only look for sells if it started breaking below some of this structure down here. Can you go through your last gold trade? Yeah, I took a gold win today, actually. I took this trade here, Sahan. As we broke above this level here, I took longs here. It was about 30 tick win. 30 tick win. I only traded like 5 micros, but it was a 30 tick win. This trade for me wasn't valid because of the no wick, the no entry wick, which I really wanted to take it, but it just instantly shut up. I can't take it. Yeah, that's right, mechanical trader, mate. Yeah, I give it like a minute or so just to let it do its thing and see which way it initially wants to push. You will see the rejection, possibly, but I'm not bothered. I'm really not bothered. If it rejects, cool, it can reject. You know, if price wants to reject from this level and continue pushing bearish, that's absolutely fine. I'll just take sells once it starts breaking below some levels. I don't really care what it does. I'll just trade what it shows me. Okay? Like, I'm not here to try and guess that this is the top and we're going to start pushing down. I don't care about catching gold up here at the top. That's not my job. I just want to catch a little piece of this. And for me to catch a little piece of this, I'd want it to close below some levels, and I'll catch, say, from here to here. I'll catch that little piece here. I don't care about catching this. I'm not trying to predict this. A lot of traders who try to predict tops and bottoms, 99% of them are really do fail. Couldn't get my words out then. Leo, any trades today? Yeah, 2 trades, 2 wins for me, mate. Overall, our RP, realized profit for the day is about $500. Yeah, $500 in total. It is green. I have got it on streamer mode, so you can't see it. Yeah, when you're streaming, you can put it where it blocks all your account number and stuff. I don't want people seeing that. We got news as well, guys. We got news in a minute and a half. We got news in a minute and a half. We got unemployment claims in a minute, so we can see what figures come out. Target was only 10 ticks away. For me, I took profit. I'll show you where I took profit. So I got in on the flip here. And it was a decent target, actually. Let me show you. Look, the target on futures was, 30 ticks. It was a lot more than it was on... like I say, I always look at this chart anyway. But, yeah. Wasn't the biggest target, like 10, 15 ticks. But, going break even when it passes through there, it rinsed it. I went break even when it pushed through it. Can't even enter this because it's on news. No. Stay patient. News is here in 10 seconds. You lost a lot today. What strategy are you using, Starlight? What strategy, mate? Here we go. Let's see what this news does. We've had a big pre-news push, so I don't expect too much. We'll see. Huge, bro. Love that. Yeah, sound, Leo. Nice one, bro. Welcome to the stream as well. Guys, can we drop a like? Can we drop a like on the stream? We hit 33 likes yesterday on yesterday's stream. Insane. Insane. How much leverage do I use? You don't need huge not huge leverage. I don't have huge stop losses. I don't over risk because I don't need huge leverage. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. eBay. I'll call you eBay. That's perfect. If that works for you, that works for you. Good stuff. I always trade the market anyway. I'm over the profit and loss stage. You know, at one point in your trading, you are focused on the money, but I'm kind of over that to a certain extent. But like, if you're at a position where you are focused on the money and you just want to focus on the trade and you want to focus on the market, yeah, block it out. Block it out because it will work. Or just change it to ticks and take profit on the chart, not based off how you feel. Right, let's have a look at NASDAQ. What's NASDAQ doing here? Let's have a look. So NASDAQ could start getting a little bit of volume in here now because we've just come into red news on the US. So we could start seeing some volume on NAS shape up in the next 15 to 20 minutes. You're probably going to see a lot of volume on NASDAQ. But very, very clean price action here on NAS to be fair today. Very, very clean. Hey Joe, loving the stream. I would be lost without the stream, to be honest. Anton, welcome, bro. Good to have you, mate. Good to have you. Good to have everybody, as always. Cheers for the likes as well, guys. Crushing the likes. Nice one. The thing is, I would like to take some longs on gold, on NASDAQ, but I'd need to see some structure form where, like here to the left, where this support had formed. Can you see? If we had an hourly candle forming at some prior structure like this, I'd be looking for longs, for half risk longs, but I can't. I don't want to sound like an idiot, but what's the name of my strategy again? It's just price action, mate. Levels and trading into targets and breakouts. Yeah, it's just price action. Ranges, breakouts, trading into targets. But yeah, I'm currently on the build. I'm currently on the build right now with my accounts. Currently on the build with them. Like I said, there's three. You need to understand the stages. Let's break down the funded trader stages that you get. If you're a funded trader, okay, and you're treating, let's say that you're treating funded accounts as your business. There's three stages, okay? There's the first stage, which is taking the prop firm account. So that's where you're trying to pass the prop firm. You know, the first stage is you trying to actually pass the funded accounts, okay? Okay, once you've passed them, the next stage is building them accounts. You know, once you've passed them, you know, you need to build the state. You need to build the accounts. So, you know, build is the second. You know, once you've built the accounts, then you can start looking for payouts. And then once you've got the payouts, then you blow them. Don't get me wrong. Everybody blows accounts, even me. Okay, so don't be too disheartened. You know, if you take a couple of payouts on your accounts and then you end up blowing them, it's just a stage in the business. It's just a cycle in the business. You know, you get the accounts, whether you're taking 4 to 5 accounts, you pass them. Once you've passed them, you need to build them and take payouts. Once you've took the payouts and you've rinsed the money, and you've taken the money, at some point you're going to blow them. Once you've blown them, it's all good because you're just going back to the same, the cycles restarting, and you're taking them again to then get payouts to then blow them. Okay, and it doesn't bother me. Like, right now, I've got 4 accounts here that are at like $900 buffer. I'm in that building payout stage. Once I've taken a few payouts on them, yeah, I could blow them, but then I'm back to the challenge phase again of building more accounts up. And it's just a business cycle, okay? If you treat it like a business and not about trying to keep them, then you'll do a lot better. I personally feel that way anyway. Good morning, sir. Zoltan, how's it going, mate? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. Good to see you here, mate. Oh, one sec. Guys, anybody who hasn't already gone and followed, 1 second. There you go, guys. There's my Instagram. I pinned that message for you. If you want to go and give me a follow on Insta, you can do. I've got some stuff on there, some posts. I will be posting. I do post more now on there, to be fair. Joe, if you look at 24 Feb times, there's some structure there, or would you not look that far back? No, I don't look that far back, mate. This isn't interesting to me. Yeah, I don't look that far back, bro. No, I look at what's in front of me right now. Recent support and resistance. I look a little bit to the left if it's needed. But mainly, I'm just looking at this for my structure points. Is it the same with instant accounts? 100%. If you get an instant funded account, it's just the same cycle. You know, you buy the accounts, then you build them, get a payout, and then, you know, after a few payouts, you might blow them. You just buy, well, then you go back to building, well, buying more and building them. It's just the same. Blew your account today, back in business. Good stuff, man. Get straight back onto it. Good stuff. Good to hear. Like, blowing accounts, I don't care what anybody says, it's a part of the game. It's literally a part of the game. And do I expect to keep these 4 expresses? Well, I've got 5, but do I expect to keep these 4 that are linked right now? Not at all. I might take 1 payout, which gives me like 4 or 5k for the month, and then I might blow them the week after or the day after. I just know that I can get these back again in a week, and then I'm back to making money. What did the figures come out as? Have a look. 240. Higher than expected. 11k higher than expected. So if you look at the US dollar index, that's why you're having that little push down. Yeah, look at that. All like US dollar. So like Euro USD and stuff. If you go into Euro USD, that's why it's pushing higher, because it's bad for the dollar but good for the cross pairs. That's why gold had that little spike up as well. So how do you blow them? Well, for me, guys, so I've got 4, like, I'm not going to draw it because it's impossible to draw. But I've got 4, I've got 5 expresses, XFAs with Top Step right now. and I've got 4 linked. So let's just say on them 4 accounts, or let's just say 4 XFAs, I've got 4 funded accounts with Top Step now, which are linked. Let's say that I get to a 2.5k buffer, okay, and I'm ready for a payout. I'll probably take like $1,000 on them each, so I'll take 4k in payouts. My buffer goes from 2.5k to 1.5k, and I've taken 4k in payouts. You know, let's just say you get to another 2.5k and you take another 4k, where you've taken 8k, but then your buffer's less even more. So if you take, if you take a payout, your buffer's less. So you're more likely to blow it. You know, take a couple of trades and you've blown it. It just is what it is. I personally up my risk after a payout just to try and get the buffer back quickly. You don't have to, but I personally do that. And here the reversal starts. 33,300. I don't know, bro. I think you're trying to predict the market too much. I'd expect gold to come and take these highs here. But we'll see what happens. What's your mass risks in dollars? Probably about $200-300 on a trade. $200 to $300. I've been risking like 100 on Nasdaq because Nasdaq's not my favorite pair. I'd prefer gold, but I've been trading like $150 risk today. $150 risk today. If we get some confirmation, I'll take some confirmation into these highs. Because we have actually closed above. Well, in 2 minutes we have. We'll see. But yeah, Alias, I think you're trying to predict the market too much, bro. I think, like I say, it's probably one of the worst things that you can do. Let me just update community really quickly. Ah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, bro, I'm not saying it could work out for you. I hope it does. Trust me, I really do. Like, I like seeing people crush it, and I like seeing people be profitable. Like, I don't care what you trade. If it works, it works. But like the guy who said, "Oh, we need to go short here," and we had liquidity above to take. It's the same at this level now. Yeah, you could get a little pullback, but overall, I think these highs need to get taken first before you start reversing, because that's the liquidity that's needed. That's the thing as well, Nancy. That's the thing as well. You need to get, a lot of people will put themselves on this, like, they'll put themselves on a pedestal, like they need to get funded, they need to make money from the first account. No, I personally, if you've got a strategy that you know works, like the strategy, like, I'm proof, guys, I'm proof that, you know, we get payouts. I get payouts consistently, obviously touch wood that it continues with the volume and the price action, but all I'm doing is getting accounts, passing them, trading the plan. You know, I'm blowing a couple on the way, but overall, I'm up. It's just treating them like that instead of, like, forcing yourself to having to do past the first one, having to get a payout on the first one. Yeah, it's bullish long term. I think it's bullish in a minute. I think it's going to come and take these highs quite quickly. Especially on this. I'm going to be watching this 5 minute now. I'm going to take some longs on this 5 on micro gold. If it can bottom wick, that is. If it can give me a bottom wick, I'm going to be looking for longs here, guys. Give it yeah, like I want longs really. Show you what I want. I want to take some longs on gold, maybe like here. Stopped just below, looking for this play higher. If it bot, like I said, I'm not in yet. I'm not in yet. Because this is like a double top up here almost. Mm, 15-minute close, nice as well. But I can't enter just yet, guys. I can't enter just yet. Like, this is better now. This is good, right? So now I need to work out if it's going to be worth taking it. Let's have a look at the ticks. 20 ticks, not too bad. I'm gonna take a little 3 micro buy here. If it re pushes up here. I'm going to take a 3 micro bar here. If it flips up again and pushes higher, if it re-breaks this low, I'm going to stay out. But I'm going to be looking for this confirmation play to play out. Because it's actually 15-minute impulse too. 15-minute impulse with a 5-minute confirmation. If it re-breaks its low, then I'm going to stay out. But I'm only trading like 3 micros on this, guys. Very, very small risk. Because I've taken 2 trades already today. And as soon as we start pushing into them highs to the left on this chart, I'll get out. Put it a little bit higher, 1 tick above. Just so I don't get chopped into this, but yeah. So I'm only, like I say, I'm only risking, what's that, $70 on this trade. See if it wants to continue pushing higher. I'm watching this chart just to see when I need to go break even. There we go. So I'm going to go break even on this now. Bugger. Bugger. Yeah, I needed to go break even when it came through this high here. It weren't many ticks, but it was worth a break even. How many ticks did it push? 20 ticks. You had 20 ticks there, which weren't too bad. I'm out break even, but it is what it is. I do expect this to push higher into them highs, but one of them. I had to manage it there. I had to manage it there. 20 tick push coming into that liquidity. It could reverse, but you know, you've got like 30 ticks if you're holding it. Very, very quick trade there, but it is what it is. You have to manage how it comes, okay? Oh, I caught 17 ticks. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, that was break even for me. Yeah, break even there. I've taken, like I say, it was worth the, you know, we did have a little push there. It was definitely worth it. Like I say, you do need to, if you can't manage your trades, you know, just learn how I'm entering my positions. Learn what I'm doing, but, you know, don't execute like the 5-minute trades with me. It just doesn't make sense for you to do that. You know, like Saf or people in the community who understand what I'm taking. Yeah, they can execute because they know exactly what they need to wait for. Did you get an entry there? Yeah, I did. I just took an entry there then. I got break even. It pushed, how many ticks did it push? Pushed about 23 ticks to my break even. I thought it was going to pop, to be fair. I were expecting it to pop, but nothing to go crazy about. It was just a standard break even trade. To be fair, I didn't expect much with it being so close to them highs. In and out for 18 ticks. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, guys, like I say, if you can't physically manage the trade and you don't understand the management, don't take them. It just doesn't make sense to do it. If you understand the strategy and you understand exactly what I'm waiting for, then it's a different story. But these are only my trades. I don't tell anybody to take my trades. Liking the disclaimer. Not. Volume's quite high here. I'm still going to be watching this for some potential longs here. See how this 5-minute closes. Look, very, very clear highs to take here. Let's see. If this 5-minute close is bullish, I'll just take the next 5. I'd prefer to take a, you know, with the highs that are there now, I'd prefer to take a long in a second. Too slow? Yeah, you got to be managing. Got to be managing, especially when you're pushing that much. I don't know how many we're on futures. Futures... 26 tick push. That was plenty to be managing. That gave you plenty of time. Yeah, I'd expect these highs to get taken at some point. They're my targets. Let's have a look at Nasdaq. Yeah, nothing on Nas here. Nothing on Nas there. How will I get another entry, Joe? If it confirms. Because we're you know, look at the 15. The 15 closed above the level. If it confirms, you know, takes, you know, closes strong on the 5 and confirms with the pattern. Like I say, Ashton, the confirmation pattern that I teach in the community. If it shows that pattern, then I'll long. 770 left to pass my 50k challenge. Nice, nice. You could get a little pullback on gold though, especially on the 15. You could get a little pullback. You've not got any bottom wicks here. You could see a pullback. We'll see. Cheers for lights, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate that, guys. Nice one. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I probably took a little win on that trade, like $1 or something, because I had it in profit. 3 trades today. It's been busy. It's been busy. We're up. We're up overall though. We're up overall. Let's just privacy RPNL save. There we go. 120 across 4 accounts. So yeah, that was a break-even trade. We'll keep that on. So that's the realized profit and loss for today. But you know, it's across 4 accounts. So it's $500 basically. Yeah, I think looking at this, I think these highs need to get taken first. You know, before we are going to have a pullback, I'd expect these highs up here to get taken. So I think gold is likely to push up and then pull back. But we'll see. Yeah, this is like a double top. This is like kind of a double top here. Definitely. 15? 15's bullish, but, you know, I need to wait for some sort of confirmation here. Don't want it to just chop about. US Naz is doing nothing. Yeah, look at gold now. Look at gold now. It gives you the push. Bugger. Look at it, giving the push after. Not giving us the closure here, but after. Cheers for the follows, guys. Nice one. 906. Sound. See, it's giving us that push just a little bit later. Direction was spot on, but got me break even beforehand. That was the trade, kind of. Is there an hourly entry? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I thought hourlies could be 30-minute here, guys. This is gonna be the last potential entry that I'm gonna be looking for. I'm gonna be looking for the next 30 entry impulse. You know, we're closing above most of this structure here. If it bottom wicks, I'll be looking for it to take out these highs. 30 impulses are valid for me. And that'll be my last trade. I won't be taking more than this today. Alright. This will be the last potential entry for me. I've just taken a break-even QP. Pushed about 25 ticks in profit and then hit my break-even. It happened very quickly. It happened very quickly. And that's what I mean. If you trade in the 5-minute time frame, you gotta just if you can't manage, just don't trade. If you can't manage it, just don't trade it. It's as simple as that. Like, that was a 5-minute entry for me, and the only reason I can take 5-minute entries is because I can manage it. If you're busy, just stay off the 5-minute and trade like the 30 and the hourly. Ugh. I'm screwed, lesson learned. Yeah, that's what I mean, man. That's what I said. I said be careful. Basically what happened is he was looking for shorts. Like I say, I don't know his strategy, but he was looking for shorts around here. If you scroll up, I said we're very likely to take out these highs. And that's exactly what we've done. And yeah, if you look at this now, look what price has done. Like I mentioned, anybody going short from the level that we said before, with their stops on the highs, like here, okay? Anybody going short from that level that we mentioned with stops on here, well, look, they've been stopped out. So all we were doing, or all I was doing, was looking for longs from that level into them highs for 70 ticks profit, and that's done. No. I wouldn't even say I'm smart. I just have experience on gold. That it's not that I'm smart, guys. Anybody can learn the concepts that I teach. Anybody can trade the concepts that I teach. Everybody can succeed. You know, if you put the work in, you can succeed. My strategy is breakouts, trading into retail stop losses and liquidity. I basically find trap traders in the market and trade into where most of the liquidity is sitting. Because I understand if I can find a trap trader, you're going to be making a lot of money. Join the community, bro. No lie. It's so gas. Yeah, appreciate that, Ashton, man. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, there's quite a few here from the community, actually. There's, you know, 10 to 15, I'd say, in the live. I would have liked that 5 to give me the entry in the push, because I did expect this push higher. You know, after the 5, I did kind of expect that 40-50 tick push. It's just a pity that it pulled back before doing it. And that is, end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not here to complain. Like, I got an entry, I got break even. And then it ended up pushing. Like, I'm not going to cry about it. But yeah, if anybody does want to join the community, just let me know. Drop a comment if you want to join, and I'll put the link in so you can sign up. Matthews in the community is in Sentry. Decent little day. That I've taken 3 trades. I'm probably gonna call it here after this push, and wait for some structure to form on these 2 pairs now. I've had a busy day trading. Overall, $500 for the day. I'm happy with that. I don't need to, like I say, guys, $120 across 4 accounts, $500 day. Ah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, no entry other than the 5-minute for me. But yeah, I'm probably, like I said, I've been on for an hour and 15. I'm probably just gonna call it there, guys. I've taken 3 trades today already. I don't really want to force anything else at these highs on gold. Now we've taken that liquidity here. That's enough for me to now wait for a pullback and a range. I want to wait for a pullback, potentially a little range, and then I can start trading again in maybe an hour. So yeah, that is going to be a wrap for me, guys. I know I've only been on for just over an hour, but we'll jump on tomorrow when we've actually got some targets to trade. Look at this. What I'm going to wait for is I'm just going to wait for gold, guys. Anybody who trades gold, I'm personally just going to let gold just range a little bit. Let it create a range like this, and then I've got some targets up here to trade into, and then I've got some targets below to trade into too. So I just need to wait for that now. On Nasdaq, very, very similar. I just want some structure to build a range like so that I can start trading, and then we're cool. But for now, there's literally nothing. There's no targets, no ranges on either pair. So trade for that freedom, guys, and go and enjoy yourself. Go and do what you need to do for an hour. Just literally close the laptop now for an hour. Don't over risk. Don't over trade. Don't get FOMO, and come back in an hour, and it'll be so much clearer. All right. But yeah, that's going to be me. See you in the community. Yeah, Ashton, see you in the community, mate. Guys, let me just quickly... I know there's a few who might be interested. 1 second. Let me just get the link for you. Guys, if anybody wants community access to join the Discord community, there's the link. I've just put it in the YouTube live, the chat. You'll be able to see it in the chat. 1.2 for the day. Lock myself out now. eBay. Insane, man. Insane. Good stuff. Good luck, you two, QP. Ashton's in a bit. Nice, Ali. Alias. Alias. Good stuff, man. If you can call it a break-even day, perfect. Or if you can call it a break-even trade, even better. So, like, that's what I expected. I didn't expect for price to reverse here. I expect price to reverse when it's taken liquidity. Now it's taken liquidity, now you're getting the reversal. Okay. But yeah, that, like I say, we just need to let gold do its thing. It's pointless sitting here. I'm going to refresh my charts, keep it like that for the next 20-30 minutes and come back and see what happens then. Let some structure form. But yeah, guys, in a bit, trade safe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's stream. Community members, I'll see you in the chats now. Bye-bye.